everyone, it's Kaylee. Today I'm going to talk about 5 artifacts that represent who I am. Actually, I have 6 because the more I thought about it, these 6 things represent me currently. I want to apologize for the little bitty space, but I've tried every room in my house, and this seems like the best setup for me, and so y'all can see it. Um, my first artifact is my name tag. Where I currently work. I currently work at a local nursing home part time. I work 3 to 5 days a week. The job is very demanding, but it's very rewarding. Um, I I've been working there for about a year and a half. It's the best job I've ever had. I've worked in retail, I've worked in food, and I've also did this. But this job seems to me to be the best I've worked so far. Um, the main thing about the job is taking care of the elders, but also just respecting their home because that is their home. I've learned a lot, not from only what they tell me, but from the stories they've shared. Um, Actually, about a year and a half ago, I almost decided to change my major to nursing, but I didn't because the more I thought about it and the more I prayed, I believed that teaching young children was my calling. So I stuck with it, and I'm really glad I did. My second artifact is a Ole Miss T-shirt. I am a big sports fan, hotty toddy, as you can see. I have grown up playing sports. I played softball until my junior high, to about junior high, and then I gave it up to strictly focus on basketball. I played basketball since probably about second or third grade. So that was a big part of my life throughout high school was practices, games, tournaments, anything sports related. Me and my sister was usually involved. It taught me not only discipline and responsibility, but it also taught me to be a leader. And I carry a bunch of memories from then, and I carry them on still today. My third artifact is my Bible. This represents my faith. I am a member of Shiloh United Methodist Church back in my hometown in Mettagee, Mississippi. I was raised in the church. I think my first visit to the church was when I was about 2 weeks old. So I grew up in that church. That's my home church. I was very involved in the church until I moved to Columbus because it's such a long commute back and forth. I don't go as much, but I go as much as I can. I was involved, Wednesday night program, um, Bible school, Sunday school, acolytes, anything that was helping the young children. I was involved. I do miss it, and I'm looking forward to going back to my home church this summer when I move back home. So it's getting very excited because I don't like much, and I'll be moving back home. My third artifact is the book I'm currently reading. Reading used to be a big part of my life, but once I got in junior college, it kind of slowed down because my time was focused on either working or schoolwork. But recently, about 2 weeks ago, a friend of mine recommended that I read this book, and she told me, she's like, Kelly, you don't have to read it just straight through, just maybe read a chapter or two a day. And I took her advice, and actually, every morning before I go to school, I get up about 2 hours before school and I read. Sometimes it's a chapter, sometimes it's two, but I'm actually focusing on this book because it actually is a devotional book. My fifth artifact is my phone. It's really not for social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of that. It's really just my main source of communication to my family. I'm the only one that is living far off right now, so that means that most of like my mom and dad, I call them several times a day. Sometimes it's 5 to 10, and I know that seems like a little much, but sometimes you can't. They don't answer, and it's like we play phone tag. But it's really where I just go questions if I have any, whether it be about cooking or about stuff that they need or I need to know. I use it also just to check on them. I use it a lot to call my great grandmother. Of course, she don't have a cell phone. She just has a regular house phone. So I call her a couple times throughout the week, and we talk about family and what's going on back home. She keeps me up to date with all the stories. And the main reason chose my phone was because it's the way I can see my nieces and nephew the most. My sister and I, we FaceTime periodically to see, so I can see them because I don't get to go back home as much because now since school has started and I work. So that's the way I see my nieces and nephew, who I adore much. My sixth artifact is my school binder. I debated if I wanted to put this in or not, but the more I thought about it, I thought I should because that really is what my main focus is. Who I am right now is because I'm going to school a lot, and if I'm not at school, I'm doing schoolwork, and I think that represents who I am. So I actually chose six artifacts, and I think these six artifacts currently describe who I am and what I do. So if when I'm not at school, I'm either at work, and if I'm not at school work, I'm usually watching sports or I'm reading my book or my Bible.